935 Kelley, welcome back to Sundays in LA. You guys, I'm wearing red today. This is a little different. I hope it looks okay on the camera. Let me know in the comments what's going on. I am Miss Koi Renee, and we are keeping it so LA today, all right? I'd like to formally introduce to you Malcolm Kelley.
Hey, what's the deal?
What's
Poppin',
up?
Appreciate you for having me.
Thank you for coming.
No problem.
Genuinely, it's really good to see you and have you here.
Yeah.
And you already know because I'm from LA. I'm not going to test, but I would like to test how LA you are a little bit later in this conversation.
I'm from Long Beach, so you know what I'm saying? But, it's still LA. I've been acting and doing the thing for a minute, so I was always in LA, Hollywood.
Yeah.
Doing my thing and just, got family everywhere. So I'm familiar with it, but.
Okay.
We can see. We can give it a try.
Okay. Well, let's just jump into it then. Because Long Beach, shout out to
I'm not scared of it.
Okay. No problem. The LVC. So, what do you think? Because I also heard that you grew up a little bit in Compton too. Is that right? Okay. So, what do you feel are the determining differences, or how about the biggest lessons you've learned from both growing up in Long Beach as well as growing up in Compton?
It's a lot of love in both cities. My granny stayed there. My dad is from there. His whole side of the family is from there. They got 2 houses on the block, always doing the block parties, going crazy. So it's just always a lot of love. I got the family, just that instilled in me over there, just the barbecues and hanging out. My grandma, rest in peace, but she lived to be 101.
Oh, wow.
So it was just a lot of love over there doing the Compton Christmas parades. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You remember that? Yeah, so I just to have the chance to be in those, and it was it was a good time. So I got a lot of love for the city, and in Bellflower. I'm from Bellflower, in Long Beach. So all of that is pretty much me. I got a little plaque and a water fountain over there in Bellflower.
What?
So, it's a lot of love. And Long Beach is different. It's kind of it's by the water, so it's chill. Every city has their little pockets of, what's going on. We got the gang stuff. So, just trying to, stay away from that, or, you might get, drawn into it a little bit. Life is crazy, but nobody's perfect. So, but that's just, I feel kind of made you who you are, you know what I'm saying? Just depending on how you navigate through life. And, me at the end of the day, knowing being into the acting and just, traveling and seeing everything I had going on, just knowing there was a bigger picture, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And just kind of, people watching me at the same time. And, and the biggest thing for me was showing people things are possible, you know what I'm saying? So that was just the biggest thing. And coming from Long Beach, a lot of people don't really get to see that, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, just being able to shine a light on that. But there's a lot of talent in the city, just as far as the music of, Compton and everything that comes out of there and Long Beach. So it's just we make a lot of the movements, a lot of waves. So it's just a lot, man. I love the city. You know what I'm saying? And LA, it's a whole different pocket too. It's a little bit bigger and, it got everything going on. But yeah.
I dig it. I kind of want to jump back a little bit. How did you get a plaque in Bellflower?
Yeah, I mean, man, well, shout out to Bellflower. But yeah, just I think it was around the time I did Lost.
Okay. Shout out.
But yeah, so yeah, they was just showing love, and I think it was you gotta kind of submit for things like that, but you gotta be accepted and stuff like that too. So yeah, they made it happen. It's been over there for 10 plus years or something like that.
Oh
so it's been cool. Yeah,
where can I know the cross streets? Because I'm about to go.
It's on Bellflower Boulevard and Bellflower Boulevard and
Kelley plaque. I'm gonna find it. Don't trip.
Yeah, it's right on the strip though. They do block parties and stuff like that over there. Well, they used to, but I'm gonna find out the cross street for you. But yeah, it's a vibe. It's a vibe. I love the city for sure.
I love that, and clearly, as you said, it relates to your time in acting and your contributions to that. So I'd like to kind of tap into that a little bit. When did you realize that acting was your gift?
Man, I don't know. It's been a blessing, I still kind of amaze myself every day. You know what I'm saying? Especially now, just being older, it's a whole different game. But
yes.
But it's beautiful though. Just to be able to do what I did at an early age was you know, it's something I never imagined, but just like putting myself out there and like, you know, kind of telling my mom like, oh, I want to, you know, do this, like watching the, you know, McDonald's commercial,
Come
kids
on.
having fun.
Yeah.
That's kind of just where it started from. Ended up booking a McDonald's commercial, you know, once I linked with my managers and them, and you know, it kind of just started, you know, snowballing from there, you know, and like I just fell in love with it, you know what I'm saying? Like it was beautiful. My first movie doing Antoine Fisher.
Yup.
We did at Washington, and like getting to go to Cleveland. That's the first time, you know, kind of getting on the, well, not the first time getting on the plane, but you know, just going over, you know, to Cleveland, Ohio, to a different place, going over to work, and you know, just being able to see that opened my eyes up, and I was like, this is dope, you know. So I just kept falling in love with it, you know, as I was getting into it.
Man, I mean, because, yeah, you kept going. You, like you said, Lost. I mean, you've done from TV to film, like Malcolm in the Middle.
Yeah.
You know, Insecure in your
sure.
more adult years.
Sure.
Like, the list is long, people. I
No,
mean,
we
if
trying
you
to
don't
get it.
know,
We
you're going to
still
find
going. We
out
still
today.
going. We got a lot more to
Okay.
do.
So, with that being said, what advice do you have as it relates to preparing for an audition?
Whew. I mean, yeah, I mean, just be as prepared as you can. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? And like, you know, try to leave it all on the floor when you go in there. You know, sometimes they're doing a lot of self tapes now. You know, after COVID, you know, a lot of stuff switched up. But yeah, just being prepared for the opportunity. You know, and letting the small little politics kind of fall where they fall. Like, you know, they got to cast people who looks right. You know, this and that.
Right.
But you know, as long as you did your thing, you know what I'm saying, that's you gotta live with that. You know, you're gonna get that call, you booked it, come get it right, you know what I'm saying? So, or you might not, but yeah, you move on to the next one. You know what I'm saying? So you don't even worry about it. But yeah, it's dope for
Love
sure.
it.
Mm-hmm.
So, thinking over all of your career as it relates to acting, judging Amy, like, again, the list goes on and on from TV to film. So, what I would like to know is, what I like to know, because you kind of just, like, turned it all in there. You
No,
just,
my
like, gave
bad.
it all to us.
My
Like,
bad.
oh, that's what I wanted to know. I wanted to know, what do you feel like is the biggest challenge that you've had to channel, whether on any role, whether it was TV or film? Get my notes
biggest
together.
role?
Get
Nah.
me all flustered. What you think this is?
Nah, we chilling. I mean, I think like you know, they all were kind of different. You know, just being a kid and like, you know, like I remember doing Antoine Fisher and, you know, kind of getting into like the producer session. That's like the third audition or something like that. And, you know, Denzel Washington is in there and, you know, I'm like working with him one-on-one and stuff like that. So just as a kid, like, you know what I'm saying, like kind of understanding the moment, but not too much, but being in the moment, like, you know, you kind of just got to carry that on. So like, I don't know, but when I kind of did a movie called Detroit, I was a little older and, you know, working with a lot more people my age, Jason Mitchell and, you know, a lot, Peyton Alex Smith, like a lot of dope people in that movie. And, you know, that was set in like Detroit, 1960s. We were talking about the riots and, you know, kind of portraying that and like having to tap into that mindset of like, you know, race and like all that. Like, you know, when you got to tap into certain roles, like, you know, it's like you don't want to carry that on with you into like, you know, whatever you got going on. So I would say that was kind of just like one of the toughest things, just having to deal with, you know what I'm saying, some of that, which being put in that mode, like Catherine Bigelow did a great job just putting us in that world. And, you know, just being able to telling a story like that is always great. So I've been, you know, blessed to be a part of some like dope telling stories, which I, you know, appreciate. So it's cool. Like, but that was probably like one of the biggest challenges. But they're all challenging though. Like I remember on Lost, just, you know, whenever you gotta cry and break down or like tap into like a mode like that, like, you know, when you happy or chilling, like it's gonna take a lot out of you, like just having to go there. So, but it's all for the betterment of the project. So we're gonna get to it. You know?
I'm just so impressed by you. Okay.
Man, we working.
We're
trying to get it. You know,
is impressing me. Okay.
Stop playing.
So now, because you know, LA all day. You know, we're gonna take it back to the classic.
Come on.
We're going back to your childhood a little bit, just a little bit.
Yeah.
You got served. Okay, we're gonna do it for Little Saint.
Yeah, all that. Come on.
All of that.
In the rain.
One of my all-time LA classic films. How did you get the role of Little Saint?
Man, yeah, that was, a regular audition.
Okay.
And like I said, sometimes there's a first audition and you get the call back, and then you'll get the producer session. So it's like producers, directors, and with this instance, I think, well, it was like Omarion and Marcus Houston. They were in there, at this part, and they're doing like, you got to do a dancing portion, you got to do an acting portion, the audition, and so I was kind of like messing up. I did like the clown dance, I wasn't really like a dancer. Like, I don't know, like the audition was kind of crazy. So it was like all dancers in there. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do the WAP. They got there, choreographed. And I'm in there like, man, I'm, really focused on the acting, so I didn't really even come with that prepared. But anyway, like, it worked out. And they just, liked what I did in there. I think they changed the script up a little bit too.
I feel they did.
Yeah, they did. I ended up passing away, but that added a little something to it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Low ball centering the whole movie around you,
No, I loved it though. The small little moments, and just to see it like still live on, and the characters still have life. Like, you can't ask for that. That's not written. It don't happen all the time. So like, people like, do you get tired of it, Lil Saint? I'm like, man, it's cool. Like, I'm not tripping. I'm known for other things too. So but like in a culture, for it to be like known and a stamp. Shout out Storm the Bar. She just did a dope video. Like with the whole battle. So like, it's dope, man. I love it. I love it.
I love that.
Sure.
Do you have a favorite moment from the film that you can remember?
Favorite moment from the film. Just the whole thing was a party.
Really?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, and I was young.
Like
yeah, they was, at like a peak time in their career. So like, it was just like a party on set the whole time. We was just vibing. I was just young, running around, you know what I'm saying, doing my thing. Like, so yeah, the whole thing was a vibe. The whole thing was cool, for sure.
I dig it. So, with you having such a long career, good working career in acting, we're in music too. We want to definitely get into that as well. When you think of acting and music, you think kind of automatically, or at least society standards thinks transition, because the two are different. Yeah. My question to you is there a transition between acting and music for you, or do the two come together creatively for you?
I'm trying to make them, fall in line together, as much as possible. But, that just, it takes time. Sometimes you got to go out and shoot a project for a certain amount of time. It's hard to, like, be able to go tour or whatever. But, like, it just comes with the planning. If that's something you want to do. I see people like, shout out to Kiki. I see her on and off stage and doing the acting and the music. So, it's people figuring it out. And that's just what it is. And I love both. I love being on stage and, like, just getting that immediate reaction from the fans, and like being able to make something and being able to take it and just give it out to the world is like a whole different feeling. But like I said, being able to do a movie or a project and like, give a whole nother feeling on screen is dope. And, they're both same, you know what I'm saying? You need, music to tell a story in a film, and you know what I'm saying, the music videos, you make them a little movie to tell a story with the music. So I love both, and just the entertainment, like, that's my thing. So, definitely later, and, where I'm at now, I'm trying to get into the directing and the producing. And,
okay.
So I got some stuff written and, waiting to get some stuff shot. So,
love
yeah,
it.
My music videos, that's why I'm kind of slacking on that, because I want them to be, like, little movies and stuff like that. But, but yeah, we get into it. But, yeah, I love both. So I just want to have them fall in line together for real.
Got you. So a little birdie told me that you've opened up for a multitude of people as it relates to music. The Migos, Yo Gotti, 935 K-Day's favorite, Sugar Free. What's up?
Yeah, come on, Sugar Free. Yeah.
We absolutely love Sugar Free here, so I gotta go.
Yeah,
that
for
tail
sure,
end.
for sure.
How was it opening up for Sugar Free?
It was dope. And I was kind of like early on, and I've been doing music for a minute, so that was a show we did. Like, I kind of had a group of my homies, and what I'm saying, we was making music. So that was, I think it was like at Los Globos or somewhere like
Globos,
that. Yeah, in Hollywood. But it was a vibe. You know what I'm saying? We up there turning up, like, so we got some great moments, even like the Migos show. But I saw Sugar Free recently in I think Long Beach or something like that. But he's always going up, man. So shout out to hip hop, for the OGs still doing it, like, just to be able to see that. But yeah, it was a good time, man. To be able to share the stage with people like that is dope. So, gotta go get your feet wet. Gotta get out there, and open up until you can get to that point where, I'm saying, headlining and stuff like that. So, anytime I can get an opportunity to especially open up for an artist I, appreciate and respect, I'm gonna try to do that.
Facts. So what do you think, or what do you do to actually prepare for taking the stage? Like, is there any preparation beforehand, or is it just like, what, I am the vibe. Here I am.
I still get nervous, before anything, but it's good nerves. It's like I'm still challenging myself, still pushing myself. So, but yeah, one little shot, get me right, respectfully, and just a little quick moment to myself, listen to a little music, and yeah, I'll be ready to go. But like I said, till I get on that stage, I'm a little nervous, but then the vibes from the crowd and everything like that gonna turn me up. So we were ready to go.
I dig it. Didn't you just get off tour with Eric Bellinger too?
Yeah, I hopped on his tour. I did a show. I just did one show in Vegas, but it was lit though. Shout out to EB. It was the last show, and it was a vibe, man. I got to do like my whole little R&B set. So it was a vibe, man. I got to tap into that. Shout out to EB. That was definitely a good time.
Okay, R&B vibes. So talk to me about your music.
Okay.
Is it R&B vibes? Is it more like in your face? Is it a little bit of both, depending on how you're feeling?
Yeah, it's depending on how you feeling. I like the vibe though, but it's definitely a lot of R&B. I like to sing, or get melodic with it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So have fun.
Okay.
I got some rapping records. I got a record out with Chef Boy, and I got a lot more I'm finna drop though too. Shout out my boy Bo. I got a song with Wicked. We actually got a show on Friday with Rockstar Energy, so we're gonna be going up, and So
Rock Friday, Rockstar Energy.
That's with KC Veggies and the Mexican OT.
Nice.
But yeah, my boy Wicked, he bringing me out. So he's always showing love. Just getting to it. So yeah, I love the music. I love that. Okay. Just had the show with Kelley this weekend, Memorial Weekend, in Vegas at Club Inferno. I was going crazy.
I saw, you should follow MK. He's a good follow on Instagram. The real Malcolm Kelley. Okay, yeah. I saw the Instagram IG stories. Okay, all white vibes. Yeah, I was like, okay, MK.
Yeah, that's chill.
Having a honorary shot from the house.
Yeah.
I was like, you gonna do that?
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah, nah, for sure.
That's great though.
Yeah.
Where do you see yourself musically within the next 5 years?
Musically, I mean, just to keep putting out more vibes, more projects, lengthening up that catalog, and just to be touring, headlining something, you know what I'm saying, taking it overseas. I was in a group called MKTO too, so
yes, a duo.
A duo. It was two of us. Shout out my boy Tony. So we did a lot of great things too. So just being able to travel the world, and so a couple places I want to get back to.
Okay.
We're gonna do it.
Would MKTO be a part of that as well? Or?
It depends on how it works out. We actually had some talks of, it's kind of like a nostalgic thing. Our records are still streaming crazy. So like we're not really an active group right now, but that's still my boy. But we were seeing, what's up, might be some shows or something like that in the works. You know what I'm saying? So you never know.
Yay! Yes, put it out there.
Yeah, it was a good time. It's just like growing up and learning the business, and you know what I'm saying. I just had to get right with it and make sure the situation was right. We all go through that a little bit. So that's another thing. Like I kind of had to learn just about industries in general. The music industry is definitely totally different from the acting industry. Yeah, just having to navigate that, was definitely a roller coaster. Definitely some great things. We did like, top 10 on Billboard and gold and platinum records, touring all over the world. Like,
wow.
We did some great things, but just making sure everything is right, was very important.
Absolutely.
Too. So, yeah.
Absolutely. Is there any upcoming projects that you can tell us about right now?
Yeah, finishing up this TV show called Angel. That's kind of like on BET Plus and streaming. We put out a few episodes, but we started up this year, getting back to it.
Nice.
To finish out the season. I had an episode of The Rookie drop That was a TV show. I just did a little guest star on there. I'm about to be in Atlanta doing some, getting to the music, so I'm gonna be out there doing some stuff.
Okay.
About to go to Tennessee to do this. Lost is, still kind of making his motions too. So like, we got a convention over there, so I'm gonna be, signing, and they're gonna be going crazy.
Shaking hands, kissing babies.
Yeah, for that little vibe. So it's gonna be cool, man. It's gonna be a dope vibe. But we get into it. More TV, more music on the way. There's more vibes. Get into it.
And then more Sundays in LA, of course.
Come on now.
Once
Sundays
you're done,
in LA.
you gotta come back to
stop
Square
playing here.
And let me know the vibes. Because we
Yes,
locked in now.
Come
You done
on.
messed up.
Nah, we did it right, man. Like I'm on my grind. Like, so I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just, trying to get to it. You know what I'm saying? So,
Absolutely.
yeah.
So before you go, sometimes, depending on the vibe, which I am very feeling right now, so I want to play this one game called Favorite Five.
Okay.
And it's basically your favorite 5 LA classic films.
Okay.
You don't have to say too much. It could be like a rapid fire. So
Okay.
what is MK's favorite 5 LA classic films?
Favorite 5 classic films. Shout out Ice Cube. Let me go with he got a lot of classics though.
All of them.
Yeah, I'm gonna just say Ice Cube, just for one, for all his classics.
Got you.
know
All
what
of
I'm saying?
Ice
Just
Cube.
for the city. That means a lot to me, and that's something I want to get into and do. So I'm gonna say that. All his films. But dang, I'm gonna throw You Got Served in there.
Come on now.
Not any order, but I'm gonna just throw that in there too. I don't know. This is so difficult.
Boys in the Hood for me.
Boys in the Hood. Okay. Yep. Boys in the Hood.
Maybe Menace to Society as well. For me.
Yeah. Menace to Society. I'm just trying to run down the list.
I know, it's so long.
But I mean, I guess Baby Boy is a classic.
Yes, of course. Tyrese,
yeah,
Snoop.
Yeah.
You got one more because I kind of filled in your other 2.
I know. I like drama. I like, but I'm trying to think. That's not an LA movie. I'm gonna just go with Love and Basketball. I really don't know. I really don't know. Or Rush Hour, wasn't it? I think Rush Hour. I'm gonna go with Rush Hour instead.
Rush Hour was filmed downtown.
Yeah,
I'll give you that.
I'm gonna make that. Those are a tie. I'm gonna let them tie. So
Love and Basketball and Rush Hour are the tie.
that was for the ladies.
Okay, you see him. Come on,
Nah,
shout him
stop.
out. Malcolm Kelley, it's been an absolute pleasure.
Nah, thank you. New single out right now, Ain't No Way. Y'all go check that. It's going crazy. Follow me on the socials at The Real Malcolm. I appreciate you.
Absolutely, y'all. And there it is. Sundays in LA with Miss Corey Renee on 95 KD Hip Hop back in the day.